Hello everyone, this is My Life for Hire, and today I'm reviewing the God, I don't remember the name again. KNF Concept ND filter, variable ND filter. It goes from ND2 to ND400, so that's about 8 stops difference. It's a pretty powerful filter, and it's ultra thin, ultra slim, very tiny, portable. Here's the box, the original packaging. So as you can see, the day today is really cloudy. There's no sun, so we can't really do any testing and stuff. So I'm gonna just do an unboxing today. Here is some promotional material. They're telling you if you are happy with the product, please let them know or leave a good comment or something. To read that, this is a piece of cloth so you can clean your lens or your filter, whatever your heart's desire. It's a very nice little plastic pouch here, and I think that the quality of the cloth is actually pretty good. I also use this kind of cloth to clean my eyeglasses. It's pretty nice. Alright, here we come to the box, the filter itself. Sorry for shaking, I'm laying the camera on my lap. Alright, it's just a box, very simple, nothing really special here. I'm gonna open it here. Let's hope it doesn't fall. Okay, very nice plastic packaging. We won't damage the filter itself. And another layer of plastic bag. And finally we got to the lens, the filter itself. Okay, it is actually very small. So the one I ordered is 52mm for my Sigma 30mm f1.4. And here you can also read. I'll show you if you can read these ones. ND2 to 400, as I said. Variable filter. So you can turn it to adjust the exposure. It's very neat. So yeah, basically I have the Sigma here. The Sigma 30mm f1.4. As you can imagine, the light it lets in. It's a huge amount of light. Therefore, we need something for daylight. When you shoot in daylight, you want to create a nice bokeh. You want to shoot wide open at a 1.4. Now, how do you do that? You can't expose correctly. Now, what you can do is to add a filter, such as this. So since we can't test, at least we can mount this onto the lens itself, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, very nice. And screw it on. Okay, it's nice and tight. So as you can see, it's not thick at all, even though it's a variable filter. It's actually pretty slim, as the name suggests, ultra slim. And then you can adjust the exposure by turning this ring here. This is minimum and maximum. Here's another thing to note, that once you put on the filter, it is impossible to put on the lens hood anymore. It just doesn't fit anymore. It's a little bit protruding, a little bit wider than the filter thread itself. So the lens hood doesn't fit in anymore. That's something to note. If lens hood is important for your shoot, then you have to pay attention. You have to know before you purchase this item. New discovery: not only you can't put a lens hood on it, you also cannot put a lens cap on the filter after you put on the filter. So basically, once you put on the filter, the only way you can protect this lens, the filter, is to use your hand to cover it. There's no other way to protect it. And yeah, you gotta be super careful with this. Alright, so here we are with the filter on, and I'm gonna test just to show you how it looks in full manual focus, full manual exposure. And I'm gonna adjust from the minimum filter intensity to the maximum intensity, and just to show you how it looks. So right now we're at the minimum. I'm gonna focus on this plant here. This is at f1.4. Shutter speed 150, and the ISO is fixed at 200. Alright, so let's go one stop, and then another stop further, one more, 3, 4, 5 stops, 6, and as you can see, it's really dark right now, and now we're at the maximum. And at this point, yeah, this is the maximum. How is it adjusting the exposure? That's strange. Let me do it again. I should decrease. That's weird. I don't understand why they it was adjusting exposure on its own, kind of. And I set everything on menu. Let's try again. f1.5. Go. And now it's maximum. Okay, now I want to test the photo image quality when I'm using the filter compared to without filter. So I'm going to set the aperture at f4, and I'm going to shoot the wall. Alright, let's do it. Can't really see the image quality difference. It doesn't really reduce the sharpness. If it reduces any, I don't know. I can't really see it. Okay, so with this filter, you can shoot with the shutter angle 180 degree and keep it that way, and you don't have to adjust the shutter speed. You know, you can make it more cinematic by following the rule of the shutter angle. So now I'm gonna adjust the filter and make it more intense, so we can find the appropriate exposure. And with this filter, basically, it's very convenient for filmmakers. So you can shoot videos at correct shutter speed and at widest aperture. So right now, I don't even know what's the intensity, but it's almost maxed, like 3 stops from max. So it's about 5 stops. This is how it looks. So let's just crank it up a little bit. Now we're at the max. This might be too dark. Alright, now let's reduce it a little bit. That's how it looks. It's pretty interesting. And open it all the way wide open. The least intensity. Okay, cool. And also it can help with long exposure photos. So let's test that as well. Here's the downside of this filter, is that it creates a little bit of flaring here whenever you're shooting directly into a light source. As you can see here, the green light that's created by the filter. That's something to keep in mind when you're shooting with this.